Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking back in, man. Back with a blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button away, and I appreciate all the support, man. Yeah, I got the hoodie on, the hat, man. Your boy is in Wyoming, man. Wyoming. What the hell am I doing here? Don't ask me why I'm here. I gotta get the hell up out of here, boy. I gotta get the hell up out of Wyoming, but that's where I'm at right now. It's hella snow everywhere. But shout out to everybody in Wyoming. I just watched this Debo interview he did with Mr. Rec TV or whatever. This dude right here, you know what I'm saying? This the interview right here of them talking. If I play a little bit of it, hold on. My thing is this. You know what I'm saying? QB is my people's, not his. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. Shout out to old boy. I actually thought he did a pretty good interview, to keep it real with you. I thought he asked some good questions. Did a pretty good interview. If I'm keeping it a bean, I actually thought Debo did a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying? I know he's low-hanging fruit. I know a lot of people are going to kill him at the end of the day. He said a couple things that I did think was interesting, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to give you the cliff notes of the whole interview. He basically spoke about how everything that happened at night. You know what I'm saying? He said he saw an angry fan on 15 Minutes of Fame. He hopped in the whip. He came up there. You know what I'm saying? It took him a little minute to spot him. And then, you know, Swave 7, all the people was trying to hold him back. So he wasn't really able to punch him like that. He kind of like backhanded him or whatever. And he basically said they kind of he said that he backed up kind of out of the footage and he kind of squared up. But he said security and Swave took him outside. He waited outside for like 5 to 10 minutes. Caps didn't come out. It was raining, and then he left. He said, but he was telling niggas when they took him outside, yo, tell that nigga to come outside. And he was like, Caps never came out there, and he ended up leaving. So I could kind of see how that could possibly happen. I did think that maybe, I was hearing that, niggas had walked Debo outside or tried to get him outside. So that part could be true. And if you're telling Swave, yo, tell Angry Fan to come out here, like we can finish this shit. Swave is gonna do what Swave do, man. He's gonna go back inside and he's gonna try to stop Cap from coming outside. So I don't know if all that happened or whatever. I haven't watched all the interviews. I know Swave has been on 15 Minutes of Fame or whatever. Hip Hop is Real doing interviews and stuff. So I'm not really sure. But Swave kind of seemed like he did not want them to fight. So I could see Swave trying to keep Debo from Angry Fan and Angry Fan from Debo. I could see that happening. And plus, I was hearing there was a lot of ruckus on the inside after the little backhand that between Angry Fan and other people in there. So I don't know. I could see them trying to, instead of trying to escalate it, like, yeah, go out there and fight, I could see them actually trying to settle the situation. So that's what Debo said. Some of the interesting things that he said. All right, so they asked him what started this. He went back to that live where Angry Fan was being like super disrespectful, SMD, all that kind of stuff. Another thing that's not really said in that live is that Debo had made fun of his arm. He kind of made an arm joke. And then Caps got mad. They started roasting each other and went from that to like being, he kind of got super disrespectful with Debo after that. I guess he wasn't feeling that shit. And it kind of escalated more. Debo was just kind of chilling. I think Harlem Legend was also on a live, so it was like the three of them, and Caps was doing most of the talking. So apparently after that, them two got on the phone, and Debo apologized. That's what Debo said. He said that I talked to Caps after that, I apologized. But he said he thought Caps should apologize to him for his role of what happened during that live or whatever, and it didn't happen. Fast forward, he says he sees Harlem Legend at homecoming. He said he saw Harlem Legend at homecoming, and he's kind of like pushing up on Harlem Legend on some like, yo, what's up with your mans? All this kind of stuff. Like, you just, you got a lie. You just sitting out there on a lie, whatever. This and that going on. He said Harlem Legend apologized to him. Harlem, I keep telling you, you are the apology bull, yo. I saw you in another live when they was talking about this whole blogger hit list and shit. You were like, man, it better not never be a nigga ever walk up on me and say this, and this. It's da-da-da-da. You was talking all this shit. You have apologized to mad niggas in battle rap, bro. Quad, Hitman, now Debo. So Debo says he saw you at homecoming. He says Harlem Legend apologizes for his role in whatever happened on that live, because I think it might have been Harlem Legends live or whatever. I don't know. So, and then he said Harlem Legend made a comment like, "Yo, it's not really you. It's on him," or something like that. Basically trying to say like Cap's got to work that shit out. Cap's got to work that shit out. He said he told Harlem Legend like, "Yo, when I see your man's, it's up because he never apologized to me. Like I apologized to him, he didn't apologize to me." So fast forward, the QB event was the first time he was able to see Angry Fan, and so that kind of escalated. The dude also asked him about him being handicapped, and he said that he didn't really know if Caps was drinking. He just came up to the event, saw Caps, and went after him. He don't know his intoxication level or nothing. And he says that if he feels like if you're handicapped or disabled or not able to do certain things, you should just not be talking shit on the internet. He said at the end of the day, you can't talk shit and then use the handicap and fall back on the victim stuff. Now, Angry Fan, in fairness to him, never uses his handicap as a fallback tool. So it looks like I feel like fans are using it for Caps more than Caps is using it for himself. Caps is just like, yo, yeah, I got a fucked up arm. You know what? I was still outside ready to shoot the fair one. But I do agree with Debo. Like, if you in a position where you know it's not going to be a fair fight, you can't just be talking reckless to niggas, because at the end of the day, niggas ain't going to really care about that shit. And I got to look at myself. If I was to see Battle Truth, y'all know how much me and Battle Truth been going at it. If I was to see Battle Truth roll up right now in a wheelchair, let's just say the nigga had surgery or some shit, something going on, he in a wheelchair, he pulled up to a fucking RB event, and I'm there, bro, I'm not going to care that this nigga is in a wheelchair. I'm not saying I'm going to go crazy, but I'm definitely slapping the shit out of this nigga. I'm definitely doing that. I don't care. That nigga put my mom, all kind of stuff in videos. He ain't going to be able to leave there without knowing Chris Unbiased was on his ass about everything he was talking that shit online. So I do feel like sometimes niggas just be like, yo, this is my only time to see you or whatever, and that's that. So that's what he said about that. Y'all can agree to disagree on how y'all feel about that situation. But he basically said he wasn't really looking to still shoot the fair one with Caps. It's on Caps now. If Caps want to shoot the fair one or get his quote-unquote get back, he can. You know what I'm saying? And he can pull up to the event. He can call them, and they can schedule to meet, whatever the case. Clearly, they're in the same area, and he says he's down to do that. He got an event coming up. Caps can pull up to that event, all kind of stuff like that. He said that he just kind of wanted to embarrass him or whatever the case may be. It didn't really work out that way. I feel like Debo is probably more on the embarrassing end than Caps is. I feel like Caps, even though he got the memes and the jokes and everything, I feel like Caps became like a little folklore hero for this situation. I feel like ballers that pulled up to his live, whether it was T-Top, it was Gwitty, it was this person, it was that person, you got people talking about it. I felt like a lot of people kind of felt like they ain't really got a problem with what happened with Caps. So, I don't really think the embarrassment, I think it kind of more so worked maybe more on Debo end than it did on Cap's end. He just said he kind of wished Caps just told the whole story because he did not run. He basically backed up a little bit to try to get Swave them off of him, squared up, and niggas was like, yo, take your ass outside, and he basically got rushed outside. And he said out there it was raining really hard. He waited like 5 or 10 minutes. They never brought Caps out. And he said he was talking to Ike P and Swave and like, yo, bring Caps, bring Angry Fan out here, and never happened, and then he ended up leaving. I will say this about Debo though, and I don't really know how y'all feel, because I know it's not always a such thing as a fair fight. It did seem like Debo, you just saw Angry Fan and you kind of made it seem like, I wish he would have asked you this question. Why you just didn't ask him for the fade though? Like, why you just didn't, yo, my nigga, let's go outside, talking all this shit. Like, let's see what you really about. And then, because you don't really know if the event is going to be messed up or not. Like, you don't know if Angry Fan is in there with people. You don't even know if, Angry Fan would have just been able to hop up and fight back real quick. You don't know if Swave is going to grab you. You don't really know. So there was a possibility that you could have messed the event up. So knowing that, it's better to just be like, yo, take this walk with me. But then comes the question of, do I owe you that? Like, if I see a nigga I don't fuck with, he know I don't fuck with him, and he don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with him, do I owe him the whole little, you need to see me coming before I come kind of respect? Like, yo, I'm going to punch you, but I need to be in front of you so you know I'm going to punch you, because at the end of the day, I'm going to fuck you up, and I don't want you to be like I blindsided you or whatever. Like, how do y'all feel about that situation? Like, if you saw one of your ops or a nigga you don't like, are you going to be saying, let's shoot the fair one? Are you just going to haul off and hit the nigga? Are you going to be like, you know, are you going to try to hit him from the front so the nigga see you coming or whatever? Like, how I don't know. Like, I don't know, because a lot of niggas say it ain't no such thing as a fair fight. Like, if I tell you what's up when I see you, then when I see you, just know it can be up. And it may not be up with me actually giving you a fair one or whatever. So I do feel like in Debo's situation, I think he probably should have done that, because it seemed like he just saw Caps and just went to go swinging on him. But if you angry fan, you don't really know the nigga is swinging on you, so it's always going to look like he was sucker punch. And if he sucker punch, that's the one thing that kind of saved Bill Collector. When Bill Collector, Hitman, and Show Out and all them got into it, the one thing that saved Bill was that he really got blindsided by the punch. Because he could always say, yo, a nigga hit me from the side, da-da-da-da, and it did happen that way. Now, if he had lost just imagine if Bill had lost a straight up fight to Show Out. That nigga wouldn't even be on, that nigga might not even be battling right now, bro. He might not even be battling right now. He lost to that young ass nigga, skinnier than he was at the time. If he lost to that nigga, he wouldn't even, the only thing that saved him was that Show Out hit him from the side. He kind of circled Bill, and Bill was talking to Hitman, and all of a sudden this happened. So that's what saved him. So when he told the story, and Hitman told the story, and fans told the story, it was like, oh, okay. And that's why Cap still get respect for the situation, because at the end of the day, he kind of got blindsided too. And it looks like that was the situation. The other thing I didn't quite understand, I wish he would have asked you, why is Swave and them able to even grab you? Bro, did you go up there and tell Swave that you finna fight Caps? Like, how do they even know? I get it, because you had said that you came up there in the poo shiesty and shit. You ain't really want niggas to know who you are, and you wasn't trying to make a big scene like, oh, Debo's here. You just kind of wanted to go in there and handle your business. I get it. You said when you pulled up, niggas did recognize you as Debo, even with the poo shiesty on. The thing is, why is Swave able to grab your arm? Why is Ike P able to try to stop you? Why are niggas stopping you? Like, why do they even know you going in Caps? So if I'm trying to do what you trying to do to Caps, I just want to punch the nigga, embarrass him, because you said your goal was to knock Caps out and walk out. That was your goal. You was gonna give him the one hitter quitter, knock him out, and walk out. If that's the case, then you should have been able to go in there, walk up to Caps, hit the nigga, knock him out, or do whatever, and walk out. Why does Swave know he can stop you? Did you tell Swave, like, yo, my nigga, I'm about to hit Caps? How does he know you about to hit Caps? Like, I don't really, maybe I need to watch one of Swave interviews. Maybe he explained y'all conversation prior to, did you call niggas on the ride up? Like, yo, my nigga, make sure Angry Fan don't leave. Let me know if that nigga leave before I get there, because I'm coming up there to fuck him up. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, if you did that, that was kind of corny if you did that. I ain't gonna front. If you was like letting niggas know, I don't know, maybe you was doing that because you didn't know if Caps was by himself. So you wanted to make sure that a nigga like Swave knew that you was gonna hit Caps. So in case some other niggas started hitting on you, they could jump in. Now, if that was your reasoning, I don't know. But all in all, I ain't gonna lie, I think Debo did a pretty good job on the interview. If I'm just keeping it real, I know Debo is low hanging fruit. I know niggas like to burn him. At the end of the day, he's still gonna get killed more than he gonna get loved for the interview. But he didn't duck no questions. He answered them pretty easily, and it seemed like something that probably would happen. You know what I'm saying, for that whole situation. So I don't know. Y'all watch the interview, man. I don't know if y'all subscribe to this Rec TV dude. I guess he's from the 4 DVD era, but hold on. They kind of talk so loud.
You understand what I'm saying? And where the venue was at, we was by the waterfront, so it was cold and raining and shit like that. So, you know, so I waited, and when I see it, I was waiting, and when I see. Okay.
I didn't want to cut your wisdom. Let me stop you there, because I got to
ask you
biased, and it's not that. MREC TV is not biased to nobody. That's why you came here, because it's the streets is tuned in, and you know I'm gonna give it to you raw. You know I ain't holding no punches. Now, how long did you wait outside after you backhanded?
I waited outside for like at least 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's proven too. Like, everything I'm saying to you could be proven. You understand what I'm saying? Because I have witnesses and people that, you know, I've called on the phone. I called my man IP on the phone and say, yo, Ike, what are y'all waiting for? Bring that man outside. And when I say bring him outside, I don't want to sound like it's a setup or anything like that. I'm like, those are the people that was right next to him. You feel what I'm saying? And I know they know.
But yeah, go check out his interview, man. I'll try to put the link in the description box for y'all, man. But shout out to, I ain't gonna lie, dude did a pretty good interview. I can't front. For somebody that really ain't in battle rap like that, he kind of did a good interview. He asked questions, he played devil's advocate, he gave the yin to the yang. He didn't, you know, he asked the questions that you might, you know, think to ask or whatever. But you know, he definitely was pro Debo. Don't get me wrong. You could tell he fuck with Debo, but at the same time, he didn't sugarcoat his questions. I actually fuck with the interview. I can't front. I don't know. I mean, y'all might have wanted me to come on here and kill Debo on the interview or whatever, but I thought he did a pretty good interview, man. I thought he did a pretty good interview. Chris, I'm biased. Let me know your thoughts. Holla at your boy.